You know, I'm honored to be here today, and of course to Dr. Bledsoe, to Brother Jerome Bledsoe, to Mr. Henry Robinson, the SOB organization at large, brothers from near and far, and of course to these oratorical dynamos. Come on, give it up for these brothers here. Give it up for all these brothers here. You know, in the words of Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z, what more can I say? What more can I do? And clearly the future of hermeneutics, homiletics, and heroic speeches are in good hands. All these brothers were missing was a Hammond D3 organ. I think I heard somebody how to preach. Yeah. And so truly I'm honored to stand here at this 10th annual SOB National Conference as recipient of a Beat Me Leadership Award and representative of the Black Male Engagement Organization. And if you can look around this room tonight, you can see that we are changing the narrative of what it means to be a black man or a brown man in America. Brothers, be not deceived, black and brown brothers are doing more than balling, rapping, and trapping. We are creating, sustaining, and revitalizing our communities. If you look around this room tonight at all these brothers, we see that we are not living according to the stereotypical view by media that all black brothers are wearing Timberlands, jeans, and a hoodie. We got brothers in here who are G'd up from the feet up. Absolutely. We got brothers in here dressed for success and dressed the way that they want to be addressed. And you know, tonight's theme suggests that there is a plethora of panoramic perspectives to the dimensions of a black man. Brothers, we are not one-dimensional, we are multi-dimensional. And today I could stand up here and engage you in linguistic calisthenics. I could stand up here and be intoxicated with the exuberance of my verbosity. I could endear you tonight in a conversation about philosophers such as Plato, such as Socrates, Euripides, or Aristophanes. But I didn't come to do that in here at all tonight. I didn't come for that at all. I came to talk to some real brothers about some real issues tonight. And so today I didn't come to dummy you down in Dearborn. I came to give it to you straight, no chaser, raw, real, relevant, and uncut, unadulterated truth. Brothers, just point to yourself and say, I am my brother's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. An African proverb suggests that the two most important dates in your life are number one, the day that you were born, but secondly, the day that you realize why you were born. The why symbolizes purpose, and the fact that you are here in this present moment reflects the fact that you have a purpose. But it's up to you to live with purpose, live for a purpose, and live on purpose, because you have a dynamic purpose. It's time that we have a candid conversation that this movement we are embarking on is beyond the status quo. The institutional racism and rhetoric of the new Jim Crow would rather have us as brothers in cell block C rather than taking classes on a college campus. The new Jim Crow would rather have us popping bottles with models in hotels rather than developing ourselves as leaders to own the hotel. I got news for you. Ain't no Superman coming to save us. We are the Supermen that we have been looking for because we are our brother's keeper. Proverbs 27:17 declares that iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. As I peruse and scan this room tonight, I'm looking at modern day MLKs. I'm looking at new school Martin Luther Kings and new school Malcolm X, because it is our time. Despite the dull paintbrush image of the black man in the media, the question is, where's the news now? Where's Channel 2? Where's Channel 4? Where's Channel 7? Here's some breaking news. Here's some breaking news. We are more than misogynistic grown boys. Rappers, trappers, ballers, and shot callers. Pimps, players, and drug pushers. We are doctors. We are lawyers. We are presidents. We are CEOs. We are game changers. We are movers and shakers. We are radical revolutionaries who stand on the shoulders of giants. The question is, we always talk about what's missing and broken in the black community, that we fail to recognize the opportunity of who's making a difference. My brother, you are not a statistic, you are a standout. You are not a liability, you are an asset to your community and university. You are a resource, and the story of your resilience can resurrect hope in somebody's life. I'm just one of a number of Be Me brothers who are all over this place today who decided to make a difference. I know this is a sob event, but I see a lot of BMWs in the building tonight. And by BMW, I mean black men working. Yeah, brother, I see you, I see you. It is here then that when you realize your identity is infused with the divinity, you can achieve your possibilities. My brother, you must recognize and realize that greatness is in your DNA. And to whom much is given, much more is required to overcome life's obstacles. Why can I say that? Because more than 10 years ago, I myself faced an obstacle. I was diagnosed with NHL, and I thought it was National Hockey League. I said, I'm getting ready to be the youngest owner of a National Hockey League team. The doctor said to me, you have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I said, Doc, my first language is Ebonics. I'm still trying to learn the English language. He says, you've been diagnosed with cancer, and not just cancer, but stage 4 cancer. Practically a death sentence, in spite of the odds stacked against me, in spite of chemotherapy, in spite of hair loss. Y'all see these waves tonight. In spite of my father being absent in my life, in spite of psychological and physical turmoil, in spite of being forsaken, in spite of being ostracized, in spite of being neglected. I said the first 3 letters in cancer is can. You can overcome because of the God that's inside of me. You can live through dying places. We all get knocked down in life, but a knockdown is not a knockout unless you stay down. Is there any fight in you, black brother? Is there any fight in you, my brown brother? Then you got to get back up and fight. Brush your shoulders off. Brush off the past. Brush off the haters. Brush off them, because your haters are your elevators. Naysayers, cynics, and critics. This is your time to win in the game of life. The last 4 letters in the word African and the last 4 letters in the word American tells us what we can do. It says, I can. Who told you what you can't do? Who told you you can't be the first millionaire? Who told you that you can't be the first person in your family to graduate from college? You can do it. You can achieve success. You can think outside of the box. Yes, you got to say it's not incarceration, but it's going to be education over incarceration, because I'm receiving preparation. Not prison, but Princeton. Not jail, but Cornell and Yale. Not 4 years in a correctional facility, but 4 years at Toledo and Wayne State University. You know, the sad tragedy is that we know more about Dr. Dre than we do about Dr. King. We know more about Waka Flocka Flame than we do about W.E.B. Du Bois. But it's time to be like W.E.B. and be the talented 10th that invest into the 90 to transform communities. I'm getting ready to close. I'm hastening to my seat. But the real role models are not Weezy, Yeezy, and Jay-Z. The real role models are you and me. My brothers of Saab, as I hasten to my close. My brothers of Saab, just like the Saab automobile, it's time to get out of the back seat of your life. And it's time to get into the front seat. Get out of the passenger seat. Get into the front seat of your life. I don't know what you drive, but I know every Saab automobile has a guarantee on it. It's been approved for a certain amount of miles. They didn't guess when they said 200,000 miles. They really meant it. They froze the Saab in a cold place. Then they thawed it out. They drove the Saab in a desert. Then they pulled the engine down. They checked the oil. Then they put it back together. Then they checked the wear and tear on it. They checked the car. They crashed the Saab automobile with dummies. Then they ran the Saab through inclement weather. Ran the Saab through the snow. Drove the Saab through the rain. But the reason you can drive the Saab today is because it's been tested and it's been approved. My brothers, you've been tested. My brother, you've been tried. My brother, you've been talked about. My brother, you've been dragged through the snow. You've been driven through the rain. You've been demonized. You've been marginalized. You've been criticized. We've been pulled down. We've been pushed through sickness. We've been pushed through heartache and pain. But God stamped every single one of us approved. We've been approved to go the distance. We've been approved to be our brother's keeper. So So I charge you today, my brother, be relentless, be radical, be revolutionary, be resilient. Your test is a testimony. Your misery is ministry. Your mess is a message. Your stumbling block is a stepping stone. Brothers, we've been sleeping through a revolution, but it's time to pick up the baton. Pick up your dream. The dream of Dr. King lives through you. The radical roar of Malcolm X screams, by any means necessary. The vision of Dr. Carter G. Woodson is deep in your soul, illuminating your visual acuity. Frederick Douglass, Medgar Evers, invent like George Washington Carver, reinvent like Marcus Garvey, knock out oppression like Muhammad Ali, hit a home run and break barriers like Jackie Robinson, run like Jesse Owens, look at the clock and recognize it's your time like Benjamin Banneker. You're a modern day Marcus Garvey, Nelson Mandela, W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, Stokely Carmichael, Dr. Tyrone Bledsoe, Brother Jerome Bledsoe, Henry Robinson, Trabian Shorters, the Be Me brothers. We all rooting for you. Be the rose that grows through concrete. Bloom where you're planted. Impact locally. Influence globally. It's this month of March. It's your time to march. March on, it's your time. Take it. Run with it. Educate. Elevate. Imbibe. Enrich. Rise to the occasion. Live with purpose. Live on purpose. And live for a purpose to inspire the world. Say it with me. I am my brother's keeper. I will encourage you. Say it loud and proud. I am my brother's keeper. I will uplift you. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will heal you. I will forgive you. I will respect you. I will